Have you ever played a game, lost interest halfway through, but still felt obligated to finish it? That feeling doesn't come from nowhere. For me, finishing games slowly started to matter more than enjoying them, because at some point, not finishing a game felt like failing. Today, I want to widen the lens and find out where this obligation comes from, why it affected me this much, and how I finally was able to let it go. As I got older and money became more available to me, so did games. After my teenage years, I was finally able to buy whatever I wanted. The possibilities felt endless. But so did the obligation. Once I started investing my own money into games, I began to feel like I had to finish them, even when I didn't fully enjoy them. Otherwise, the time and money I'd spent started to feel wasted. Unfinished games in my library slowly stopped feeling neutral. They began feeling like failures, quiet reminders of time and money I couldn't get back. Once I noticed this feeling in myself, I started to realize that I wasn't the only one. Across YouTube, I kept stumbling upon creators describing the same quiet pressure. Endless backlogs, massive sales that made it easier to buy games than to actually play them, people fixating on completion percentages, trophies, and achievement stats. The more I listened, the clearer it became. Modern gaming doesn't just show us what we can play, it consistently reminds us of what we haven't finished. And over time, that reminder feels more and more like failure. All this makes starting a new game feel bound to pressure instead of curiosity. Playing stops being the point, only finishing matters. Games aren't experienced anymore, they are rushed, not enjoyed, just completed. And on top of that, finishing doesn't even feel good, only relieving. Like crossing something off a list. Never satisfying, just over. Unfortunately, I don't have the perfect solution to this. And I don't think there's a switch you can flip where the feeling just disappears. What I've been trying instead is to slowly unlearn that mindset, letting myself quit a game if it doesn't feel right anymore. Not seeing unfinished games as failures, but as experiences that help me understand my taste a little better. I've also started giving games time to breathe. When I finish something, I don't immediately jump into the next title. I sit with it, let it settle. And I've stopped letting discounts and sales pressure me into buying more games than I actually want to play. None of this fixed everything overnight. I still catch myself slipping back into old habits sometimes. But gaming has started to feel more and more like the hobby I fell in love with in the first place. All of this is still a work in progress. It's part of a bigger journey for me, figuring out how to reconnect with a lifelong hobby without turning it into something I have to optimize or complete. This video isn't a conclusion, it's just one more step along the way. If any of this resonated with you, or if you've ever felt that same pressure to finish games, I'd love to hear your experience in the comments. And if you want to follow along as I keep exploring this relationship with gaming, you're welcome to stick around. Thanks for taking the time to listen. See you next time.